quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, beat the flow.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Got it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 53. It's going to be a long day.
They run it with Polk. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Polk. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Bravo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, here I come.
Mike.
Looking to throw. Crowder. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 and a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Just like that. Mike's 57's Mike. You ain't got nothing.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll run on first down. Polk. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Here we go. Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Ready? Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
On 1st and 10, Crowder. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here we go, son.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
On
1st and 10, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again is Darnold. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to you, lady. Back to you. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got number 10. Back.
And he's got some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Bell. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 29, Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check. Fresno. Hey, Wahoo!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Crowder. He's got a man. Complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's 21-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sailed. Over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Darnold. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Darnold completes it, and he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Darnold on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third and long, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Deuce. Kill. Hey, lock it. Wide. Get wide.
The final shot before break. Croder, he's going to float this one. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchdown. Touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jets first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Darnold. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Bell, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now Darnold, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Stand. 6 guys. Hey, orbit. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. Man, I got you. Get it.
2nd and 3. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Mike 51. Deep grip.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught by Richardson. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, well, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
On first down, Polk. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Crowder. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Mike 51, Mike 51. You better be afraid of me. You better be. Hey, Haywood. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Ready.
2nd and 11. Complete. Richardson has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11.
This quarterback now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, foxtrot.
This is pulled. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Undercrush. He's checking.
Again, they run it with Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
We're going to start. 52, right 52. Stay with your man. On flare. Waiting. Hey, switch gears.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back of the 29. Christian Wilkins able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Tighten up, tighten up.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Mike, 5-5.
Darnold now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Back to throw. Crowder. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Darnold completes to Bell. Bell sheds him off. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The throw by Darnold, hauled in by the tight end Herndon. 11 yards there, 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Darnold from the red zone now. Shifts free at the 15. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Darnold. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.